Okay, the first thing we want to say to everyone out there, take a look at how far away our today's special is, our amazing, incredible Vornado. And look at the pinwheel that is spinning right here. That is some distance, that is some power, 25 feet.
20 feet, yep. But it'll go 100 feet. We only have so much space in the studio.
Exactly.
But at 20 feet,
we'll be in the next studio.
There's only one circulator pointed this way, and it's 20 feet away.
Unbelievable. And we're going to go through in a lot of detail and just explain to you how this works, that it really is not a fan. It's a circulating system that circulates and blasts incredible air up to 100 feet. Correct. So your choices. This is the white, and the white is brand new. So we never had the white before. And I believe we only have a few thousand left of the white. We have the white. Oh, 3,000, a little over 3,000 only left in the white. I love the white. Beautiful. And then we have it available in the black. A price today, as you can see on your screen, of $79.95 and available also on FlexPay. So here's the thing. It's hot already. In so many, not just in Florida, guys, but take a look at that map. In so many parts of the country. Look at the red. What are you doing? The first thing, I'm like, great, there goes my electric bill, and I received the first one and went, yeah, let's doubled already, almost tripled. Don't do that. Here you have the chance today to make an incredible purchase on a circulating system that also doesn't have like a 90-day warranty. This is a 5-year warranty. And Megan Clementi, this is where I think that amazing degree that you have as an engineer, an electrical engineering, really comes into play, doesn't it, Megan?
It does, because as an engineer, I never really thought about having a fan versus a circulator until my AC unit broke, and I realized there's a huge difference. And when I think about the mechanics, when I think about the technology, it is completely different. And I'll get really nerdy with you in a bit and kind of show you the difference. I want the nerdy part so we can understand, yeah. Before we get to the nerdy stuff, I want you to see what's going on here. I mean, there's no trick. This is no trick. There's no strings
attached. It's not attached.
This is called Vortex technology. There's actually a small tornado that's happening right here. And that small tornado is being lengthened because of the offsetting of this beautiful grill. This is only on low and medium. We tried to put it on high because we actually have 4 different speeds. But when I put it up even to high, I have to immediately put it down because it starts getting too high and it's going to pop up there. Plus, you can't see it. But notice, even when I make it go up and down, it stays in this line of action, because this is the way the tornado is going up, 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 and it's staying in that funnel. And it's only staying in that funnel until we get to the back wall. Once it gets to the back wall, it'll bounce off the wall, bounce off the ceiling, and go back into the unit.
So you're literally circulating the entire room then?
Yes, and we're doing that every minute, 2 minutes, depending on how large your room is.
That is impressive.
It is very impressive. We have our steam going on right here just to show the power. I mean, this is flying.
I saw this demonstration when I was in the makeup room, and I was like, that is the most incredible demonstration, because this really gives you visually an idea of the amount of power that is coming out of this very appropriately named Vornado.
Absolutely. And as long as we're right here, I'll do this guy in a second. But you're talking about how much power is coming out of this smaller footprint fan. Well, we all know box fans. We think of, if it's bigger, it's better. It must be more powerful. There must be more going on. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a box fan not plugged in, right?
Yeah.
I put it right there. My smaller footprint Vornado air circulator can completely power this box fan. Remember, if I move this, it's not on at all. It's going to completely stop when the air is not on it.
So did everyone see that? Like, the fan is not plugged in. We just put it there, and it's a Vornado that is actually circulating the blades in a not plugged in fan. That is unbelievable. So walk me through the animation of this.
All right. So what's happening right now, you're seeing kind of what was going on with our steam demo. That is the tornado effect. It's called Vortex technology, and it is special to Vornado. The Vornado engineers actually created it in the 1920s when they created the Vornado fan, excuse me, a Vornado plane that fought in World War II. So what is happening is they're creating this tornado, this circular action where it's going through the back of the unit and being funneled in through this cone. This cone is one of the items that completely separates this from any other fan. You think about a plane, when you look at the engine, it always has this design because it needs to get the maximum amount of air in for the maximum of output out. And when this creates that cone shape, you're getting that tornado, and it's elongating through this grill. When we talk about power, I have an anemometer right here that's just showing miles per hour. I'm hitting right now 10.5, 10.7, 10.9. That's miles per hour. So imagine running at 10, 11 miles per hour.
So
that's
what
how
would
fast
a normal fan run at?
2 to 8.
Wow, so that is
2 miles per hour
difference.
to 8 miles per hour.
Huge difference.
It's a huge difference. And a lot of those fans that you think are so great are so much more expensive than this unit, but yet they can't do what you want them to do.
I will tell you one thing, it's freezing in here. So, I mean, it's working. And you know what, this is the time, as we said, we started off by showing you the map. And you're thinking, oh, great, I don't want to be cranking up my air, particularly, though, Megan, also because a lot of us don't spend, you know, we're not in every room in our home, right? I mean, there are certain rooms that we spend a majority of time in.
Absolutely.
So this would be great. And how does it...
It's perfect because that's called zone cooling. So what happens with this, we actually did a study in Kansas. I'm so glad you brought this up.
Yeah,
and with a 2,000 square foot home, we found that you're saving on average $15 a month because you're only cooling the room you're in. So instead of taking down the temperature in the whole house and making the hot spots bearable, now you only have to worry about the room you're in. So you can raise the temperature because this is going to help you 2 to 3 degrees.
But what's the so a lot of times we'll go, all right, I need something that's going to oscillate.
No.
You don't.
So I have our oscillating fan because we've been brainwashed to think, oh, if it's oscillating, we get all this air spanning from this way to this way. But perfect example, you're seeing it in the video, it's moving side to side, yes, but it's cooling down one person, then as soon as it's not on that person, they're no longer cool. So you're cooling down one person for a little bit and then the other person for a little bit, and then you're waiting for that air to get back to you. You're literally chasing the air. With whole room circulation, once it takes that first pass to the back wall, you're automatically channeling all the air in the room and making it one united front. So let's say it's 80 degrees by a window and 70 degrees by a staircase where the AC is coming out. The room feels like 75. So even that person by the window where it should be 80, they're going to be nice and cool. So if you're standing, you're sitting, you're laying on the ground playing with your dog or your babies, grandbabies, everybody in the room is going to be cool.
That's awesome. And by the way, Elaine, last time we saw this, I think it was like last July, right? We had it here.
We didn't have
it. It's sold out. It is a great custom. First time ever is a Today Special.
Great customer reviews.
$20 off, great reviews, exactly. And then the 5 FlexPay payments of $15.99.
Oh, and the 5-year warranty.
5-year warranty is
Where do you ever get a 5-year warranty? That's industry leading, and Vornado can do that, one, because they completely believe in their product. They've been around for over 70 years. They created the technology, and they make sure to do a unit that's so simple that there's less chances for it to break. So if I spin this around, all that you have to worry about are these 5 buttons right here. Turning it on, and then whether you're gonna put it on low, medium, high, or put it on turbo. Besides that, we'll lose the balloon. Would you be so kind to hold that?
Absolutely.
You have this chrome bar that glides up and down. I don't have a knob. I don't have to twist anything that can break, that lifts up, that lifts down, you know, with the oscillating fans.
Exactly.
I don't have to. It glides so easily. All these components being so simple and so easy means that it's gonna last longer.
So when I put this in a room, should I put it in a certain way? Should I angle it a certain...
You angle it wherever you want. So let's say
so it'll still bounce off the wall.
If you have it somewhere high on a counter, you're gonna want it to go straight out. If you have it on the floor, angle it just a little bit up so you're getting diagonal air going through. You wanna bring your cool air from downstairs upstairs to where the heat rises. Send it straight up your staircase.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Wintertime, put it near your space heater. If you already have a space heater, you don't want to waste money by buying a heater maybe from us, even though we have great heaters. Instead, put your unit that you already own in front of your space heater, and now you're going to have heat channeling through your entire house, keeping you warm.
By the way, we would love to hear from you. If you already have the Vornado, you bought it before, come in, share your experience, and really take a moment to think about it. This is one of those times where you're thrilled. You have a full 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Get it home. Try it. Put it to the test. And because we know that you're going to find that any of your other fans that you've bought that you have at home are not going to compare in performance to the Vornado. And it's a whole different philosophy, but you know what? It is a philosophy that makes sense, right? Because it is all about the power of circulating the air. And I say power because we're going to run the video again and we're going to show you another live demonstration on it. But when you see how it actually works, that again, it's pushing the air out, that it will move air up to 100 feet right, Megan? Right. Okay, I want to make sure I had that right, because that's so like, really? That's so far away. Up to 100 feet. It will move the air, but it's also the air bouncing off. So how does it cool? Is it cooling because of the circulation?
So there's actually a misconception that fans or circulators cool the air.
All right, tell me about that.
They're not built to actually cool the air. The reason why you feel cool when a fan hits you is because when you're hot, you have water beadlets on your body.
Right.
So the air pushes the beadlets over and you have that cooling sensation.
Gotcha.
That's why with an oscillating fan, you feel cool, and then as soon as that air's not on you, you're not cool anymore because it's not cooling the air, it's only cooling your body. This, because it moves all the air in the room, it's keeping you cool the whole time because the airflow never stops.
Never stops, exactly.
And again, it's powerful. We talked about that box fan. It's not plugged in. This big old box fan that has this huge propeller. You would think this propeller can do so much work, but you know what? My small footprint Vornado over there is completely powering.
Completely powering it, as you can see, right? And there's the plug again, as Megan was showing. So there's nothing plugged in. So this is a comparison animation.
Yes.
Explain this
I love the comparison because it's a lot of technology. So it's a lot to take in, but you're totally seeing right now how with whole room circulation on top, how everybody in the room is staying nice and cool. With oscillation, if we had a fan here, you would be cool, and then I'm like waiting for it to get to me before I can stay cool. So it's totally different. So if I get all nerdy, I love getting nerdy for a second. There are 4 things that separate any fan from a Vornado air circulator. Remember, we're the first ones ever to create an air circulator, so we know what we're doing. When you think of the fan, like our box fan over there, it's a grill, and the blade in the middle. A shallow, flimsy blade. With this, already look at the design. It looks like an airplane. It looks like the engine of an airplane.
It does.
So right here, we have the inlet accelerator. It pulls the maximum amount of air in, so we get the max amount of air out. This right here is gonna make it very efficient and push it into this blade. This blade is a deep pitch contoured blade. It's very curved, it's very wide, it's not the flimsy, flat blades that can't get air. This actually picks up the air and churns it and sends all that air to the front of this component, which is the duct. It funnels it into a cone. That's what creating your tornado. So you think about a tornado, it winds, it twists. This beautiful grill, it looks like it's made by design, but it's actually for engineering purposes and for beauty. So this gorgeous grill is actually taking that super twisted tornado and elongating it, because it's offsetting the air in the opposite direction.
Gotcha.
So now instead of the air just going so far, it's going 100 full feet.
And I see that, because you're right. A lot of times they're like
a third of a football field is how far this can go.
That is insane.
Right?
And I am telling you, it is not warm in here. It is.
It's so cold.
Yes.
And why is it cold?
But this
because
is really brilliant.
That fan's going that way, the balloon fans are going up, that fan's going that direction. You are cold for one reason. It is that fan that is 20 feet away from us right now.
Can anybody see that? Look
20 feet away, and this pinwheel's going. We have goosebumps because of one fan.
We do.
I love this video too, because so often we either have poor circulation in our home or we have windows, so it's always hot by the window and cold where the air, the AC is coming out. So you see that red and the blue, slowly it's becoming more and more blue, because every time it goes back into the air circulator, it's mixing the air and it's making a united temperature. So if you have 80 on one side, 70 on the other, by the time it works its way through 2-3 times, now you have 75 degrees.
I like it.
It's
equalizing everything.
It's equalizing, and again, that makes everybody so comfortable.
Right. Now, how do I clean it, if I have to clean it?
Clean it, it's super simple. You have 2 little spots where you can pop this off, clean it with some soap and water, pop it back on, you're good to go.
And here's the other thing about it,
And adjusting it, remember.
Yes.
No notches, no up and down, nothing that can break. The reason why we can do that 5-year warranty is because we don't give you any insane frills or craziness or difficulty that can lead to it breaking more often.
And it's like 7 pounds.
It's 7 pounds.
So it's easy, and then you can actually even have like a handle right on the back, so you can easily move this from room to room. So again, at night, you're in, I said you're in the family room, you leave it
anywhere
there.
you want to go. I probably shouldn't hold it here, but if I would just carry it around like this. Because
yeah, why not?
It's easier, so I would do that. But we actually, from Facebook Live this morning, we had someone contact us and said they got a Vornado air circulator on their wedding day from a guest 25 years ago, and they're still using it.
Okay. Well,
so when we give you a 5-year warranty, it doesn't mean in 5 years it's going to break. It means we're promising it for 5 years, and then it's going to last you a lot longer.
And then the company, like 90 years? Is that what you
Over
said?
70 years.
Over 70 years.
The history is so cool. I love
Tell
the
me,
history.
I love history.
Okay. So in the
Tell me.
1920s, there was an engineer that was trying to figure out how to make a plane get off the ground faster and go further, and how to do it utilizing the propellers and the fan. So what he did was created these two units. The idea of having this duct to make the funnel, and of course the inlet accelerator to get the most air. They created the Vornado plane. That plane fought in World War II.
I've heard of that plane.
Yeah. It was a big deal because it changed technology, and it changed our opportunity fighting in the war.
I think even the hang gliders, those gliders are using this.
So they were creating this behind the scenes. They're like, I think we got something good right here.
Yeah.
So they started creating this, but they were so busy working on the planes and making sure that they were always in good condition when they were going overseas, that they couldn't actually debut this until 1945. Well, remember, there's no AC in 1945. People went crazy. One out of every 3 fans on the market in people's homes was a Vornado air circulator.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was huge.
And it's just so fascinating, isn't it? Because it's like totally different mindset and something I've never really thought about. But you understand, I mean, it makes sense. And it is about the construction, the way it's made. That's hence why it can do what it does. And let me just tell you, you're looking at $15.99 debit card, PayPal. That's what our FlexPay is all about. So get it home. Seriously, I mean, this is one of those times where that's the only way. Oh, and I walked right in front of it twice.
But look at that beautiful white circulator. Looks great against your white pants. It'll work in all decors.
I did dress for the circulator today. Bum, 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 bum. So you have to keep moving in here because it's so cold. But
she was just trying to get in the warmth. I was.
Wow, look at that. So what am I looking at, though? Because I can clearly see the power. And
all you're seeing is this smoke going through this unit and going way to the other side of the studio, which unfortunately you can't see at home because our camera can't go that far. But this is traveling 100 feet. And what I really like to notice, all this smoke, is there any smoke in front of us?
Oh, absolutely not. That's why I didn't even know it was smoke.
It's all going through there because even in this one spot, it takes in all the air around. Maximum input means maximum output. That's how we're getting 10, 11 miles per hour of wind speed that's coming through here.
Versus what, 2 to 3 miles, as we said, like, or 2 to 8.
2 to 8.
On like a lot of the
and that's when they're on full speed. This is full speed, of course. Also, listen to this. That's not off. That's on low.
Oh.
That's on medium.
Wow, it's super quiet.
That's high. So now that's kind of like a very light white noise. And then on turbo, it's
That's
white
gonna
noise.
put me to sleep too, also.
Well, but remember, you're gonna use turbo if you have a very large room, if you have very large ceilings, if you wanna direct this up the staircase. So if you have a large room, this sound's gonna be nothing to you. If you're using this in a normal sized room, you're maybe using it on medium, you're probably using it on low, which means you're not hearing a darn thing.
And you never, I mean, 4 speeds is very unusual also, right? Because you never really get that much variety. Here's the thing, and I know we have only like about 2 minutes remaining for everyone to join us, but I cannot say this enough, that this is something that it's all about saving money. It's about saving money. It's about being more comfortable at home. I don't know about you, but when it's super hot, forget it. I cannot sleep. And to be able to have the opportunity to circulate air throughout the entire room, which translates to a cooler, more comfortable environment for everyone. And you're doing it with a unit that has a ton of science. You know, I always say, like, whenever I'm buying, you know, an appliance or whatever, I always want to go with the brand name because I know of the reputation, I know the history behind it. This is the coolest science I've ever seen.
You're talking about the people that created the air circulator.
Exactly.
Their motto
in World War II.
Don't oscillate, circulate. Okay, but they are leaders in airflow technology.
Yes.
Isn't that what you want in your home? Don't you want the best airflow? Because there's nothing worse than that stale, stagnant air where you kind of feel like you can't breathe.
And that's the truth too, because it's been so, you know, we've been in, the house has been closed up, right, with all the long winter that many have had.
Now we're opening the doors, it's beautiful outside. If you live in a place that has wonderful fresh air, put this by a window and have that fresh air come in. And then when you have a party at night, you have a really cool party trick.
Yes,
where people can say, is there a string? Like, how's that happening? And you can go, no, I have a Vornado air circulator.
And do it on the number 4 at home because it is pretty
it goes
cool
so much higher.
how high it goes.
I can put it, if I put it on 3, you'll see it go right out of the frame. Somebody else suggested that I get like a stick or a baseball bat and someone plays like t-ball or softball.
Oh, yes.
So now you have a fun little game with the kids.
My gosh, where did that go? Meg, I'll be back. Top of the next hour. Stay here. Earth
See you
Bright
soon.
coming.